Thinking of selling your home here in Illinois, you may be wondering how property taxes work at the sale time. Because Illinois pays property taxes in arrears, which means here in 2026 we're paying the property taxes from 2025, everything gets a little bit different than many other states that don't have this kind of a tax policy. So today I'm going to break down how that works and what that looks like when it comes time to sell your home. Hi, I'm Elise Moore, and I help people in Plainfield, Oswego, and the surrounding areas make great decisions about real estate. Let's break down this often misunderstood part of the sales transaction. In Illinois, we pay property taxes in arrears, which means that in 2026, we are paying our property taxes from 2025. Now, this dates back to the Great Depression when there were some different changes made in order to ease some of the burden of struggling property owners. As expected, sellers are responsible for paying the property taxes through the entire time that they own the home, even though the tax bill isn't yet out when they go to sell the property. And so instead of waiting a year and paying those property taxes after the fact, it's handled at the closing table. So let's break down what this actually looks like. Property taxes are prorated based on the best possible estimate of what the taxes are going to be. That estimate is then given to the buyers as a credit on their closing settlement statement. So let's say the property taxes for a year are $10,000 and you close halfway through the year. You are going to give the seller a credit for $5,000 so that when the tax bill actually comes due, they have the money available to pay it. This means that you walk away from the property free and clear. You never have to worry about paying a tax bill for it again. It's all handled at closing. In Illinois, we usually prorate at roughly 105% to 110% of the most recent tax bill to account for the annual increases that we typically see in our property taxes. Some quick questions that I get on this pretty often. Do I pay taxes twice when I sell? No. They're paid at closing. They are handled through the escrow company. Everything is credited to the buyer. You're simply paying it at closing instead of when the property tax bill actually comes due. What if the actual property tax bill is higher than the prorated amount? Am I still on the hook for it? No. At closing, everything is handled so that you walk away from this property free and clear and you don't ever have to worry about it. On the flip side, if the property tax bill comes in lower than the proration suggested, you don't get a credit for it either. So the key takeaway is that when you sell a home in Illinois, your property taxes are handled as a credit to the buyer at the closing table and you never have to worry about them again. If you're thinking of selling here in Illinois and want to understand what property taxes, closing costs, and equity position mean for you, drop us a line. Our contact information is in the caption below. We're here to help.